Every new year, we are actually changing a universal frequency because we're changing a universal number. We're going into a new year. And you all know that traditionally, as people, we have this wonderful thing that we love to do. We create these New Year's resolutions. This is the time when we get so very, very clear that we are going to change something about our lives. Don't we? Yeah. And it's great, too. And particularly this year is really powerful because we have like 4 planets in Capricorn right now. And Capricorn is very much the disciplinarian, and it's the teacher. And every year, when the sun is in Capricorn, we make these great decisions. We're going to change our world. And we get very focused, and we start moving toward that. But something happens around like January 20-ish.
January 5th.
It's when the sun moves into Aquarius, and now it's all good, man. We get all this Aquarius energy, and there's good in everything. Why bother? I'm learning something here too. And that's really what happens. We get into this beautiful humanitarian freedom energy, and we're not quite so pushed. What is really happening, though, is when we get into the decision-making process and we go into the disciplinarian process, we're really looking at an outer teacher, aren't we? And the planets are helping us with it. There's Saturn standing there going, come on, people. And then when the outer teacher is not there, or the outer teacher changes, then our focus kind of changes. And how many of us can really say that we've fulfilled our good intentions January 1 every year? We don't, do we? But they're good intentions, aren't they? So what I wanted to talk with you today about is the difference between being disciplined and being committed. And disciplined is good. We need to be disciplined. To discipline is to allow an outer teacher to give you a design or a form that you will follow in order to create a new outer form or structure or behavior in your world. Do you understand? So this is not, it's not a negative thing, it's a positive thing. But where is our focus? It's on the outer. Commitment. Commitment. The base definition to resolve is to untie. The base definition. Discipline is to follow an outer to create something new. The base definition of commitment is to bring together. And Spirit was talking to me about this great year that we have in front of us. If we can commit to change, it is a totally different approach than to discipline oneself to change. Because commit requires investment. Commitment requires going within and investing an aspect of self into something you want to create. Now, whatever happens in the outer, the commitment within does not change, does it? Commitment. Take a breath. Discipline requires the teacher, looks to the outer, and this is the changing of the shape of the cookie. Commitment requires choice. It looks to the inner, and this is the changing the flavor of the cookie. We want to change the flavor of the cookie. We don't want to keep changing the outer form and staying the same. We want to change the inner form. And we all know this journey. You all know, you know. You're here to perfect your soul. You're here to find what your soul needs you to find. You're not here to do anything else. But you can do it any way you want. If your soul needs to have a certain experience, it can have it with all the fabulous toys in the world. It can have it with no toys. Same experience. Learning the same thing. We have that beautiful choice to choose how we learn. But so often we let our choice go to the outer instead of the lesson. Anyone who is taught, you know what you look for in a student. And students will come to us, and they'll come to us disciplining themselves. Okay, I'm going to see what you have to offer, and I'm going to see if it works for me. And we go, good, pat on the head, here's your homework. But every teacher looks for the moment when the student arrives with commitment. For the moment the student shows up and says, you know what, I'm committed to my soul and you are a part of my journey, then they become teachable. Then who is responsible for their journey? They are. But as a teacher, people typically show up and guess who's responsible for their journey? You are. You are. And this is life. This is life. We all have teachers. Every one of you has a wild variety of teachers in your world right now. A wild variety. And some of them you look at, they're responsible for you, some aspect of you. And some, you've already made the commitment in yourself that you want to learn what they have to share. Do you see the difference? Am I getting clear? All right. So the first thing for growth is that internal commitment. And that internal commitment requires investment. It's an investment of energy into something you are choosing to experience. Something you are choosing to experience. You invest energy in it. And it starts in a moment. Just a moment. And you know, we know what we focus on expands. We know that? So we make our commitment, and what do we focus on? They want us to focus on the commitment. Some of us are going to have healthier bodies this year, right? Yeah, because that's what we want. We're affirming that. We're going to do that. So what if every day we focused on, I have to run before I go to work every single day? What are you focusing on?
Every single day.
You're focusing on the discipline. You're focusing on the discipline. And so if you don't run every single day, what have you just done? You have just failed. Yes, you have failed. And now the sun's in Aquarius, and what does it matter anyway? This is all good. Exactly. Exactly. I might run tomorrow, but before you realize it, because your focus has been on the discipline instead of the commitment, you've lost your commitment. Rather than every day focusing on, I am a healthier being. Every morning, I'm a healthier being. I think I might want to run today, or I might want to do my yoga today, or I might want to do something else today. But I am a healthy being. And so what if I don't run that morning?
You're still not.
I'm still a healthy being, and I might have an excellent lunch that day. You see? I might be clever enough to give myself another path to support my health, rather than focusing on the discipline. The discipline is good, but it will not take you to the key. The commitment is the key, because the commitment accesses your internal nature, which is one with God, one with Spirit. You're tapping into a realm of possibilities to support what you desire. And you know, you can have anything you want. We can have anything we want. We can have any experience we choose. But you've already chosen some experience in this lifetime. Each one of us has. We've chosen a path that we want to follow. We know when we're on our path, because it feels good. We know when we're off our path, because we get ornery. We get ornery, and life doesn't work, and we're unhappy, and we feel toxic. You know what I'm talking about? And then when we just one step over, one step over. Now, I'm on my path. I feel good. I feel empowered. Maybe committing just to be on our path would be an excellent start this year. Just to be on our path.